Welcome. Today, we're diving into the world of public records requests at the state level. Have you ever wondered how you can access government documents or information? Whether you're a journalist, researcher, or just a curious citizen, understanding public records requests is essential. In this video, we'll break down what a public records request is, why it matters, and how you can make one in your state. Let's start by exploring the basics and setting the stage for a deeper understanding of your rights to access public information. Public records are documents or pieces of information that are not considered confidential and are maintained by government agencies. These can include emails, reports, meeting minutes, contracts, and more. The idea is that government transparency is a cornerstone of democracy, and public records help ensure accountability. Each state has its own laws defining what qualifies as a public record, but the general principle is the same. These records are accessible to the public unless specifically exempted by law. So, why do people file public records requests? The main purpose is to promote transparency and accountability in government. By allowing citizens to access records, governments empower the public to stay informed, participate in civic life, and hold officials accountable. Journalists often use these requests to investigate stories, while businesses and individuals might seek information for research or legal reasons. Ultimately, public records requests are a tool for anyone who wants to better understand how their government operates. Every state has its own set of laws governing public records requests. These laws outline what records are accessible, who can request them, and the process agencies must follow. Some states call these laws Freedom of Information Acts, FOIA, while others use different names. Regardless of the title, the core idea is the same: to provide a legal framework for public access to government records. Understanding your state's specific law is the first step in making a successful request. One of the great things about public records laws is that in most states, anyone can make a request. You don't have to be a resident, a journalist, or have a specific reason. The process is open to all, though some states may have residency requirements or other limitations. It's always a good idea to check your state's rules before submitting a request, but generally, access is broad and inclusive. Public records come in many forms. They can be paper documents, digital files, photographs, audio recordings, or even videos. Common examples include government contracts, meeting agendas, budgets, emails, and police reports. The variety of records available means you can request a wide range of information depending on your needs and interests. However, not all records are public. Some are protected for privacy or security reasons. While public records laws are designed to promote transparency, there are important exemptions. Certain records are withheld to protect privacy, security, or sensitive government operations. Examples include personal medical records, ongoing investigations, or information related to national security. Each state defines its own exemptions, so it's important to review these before making a request to understand what you can and cannot access. Submitting a public records request is usually straightforward. Most agencies accept requests by email, online forms, mail, or even in person. You'll need to identify the agency that holds the records you want and provide a clear description of what you're seeking. Some states have standardized forms, while others allow you to write your own letter. The key is to be specific and polite in your request to help the agency locate the information efficiently. Before submitting your request, it's crucial to determine which government agency holds the records you need. Different agencies are responsible for different types of records. For example, police reports are typically held by law enforcement agencies, while budget documents might be with a finance department. Doing a bit of research beforehand can save you time and ensure your request reaches the right place. When drafting your public records request, clarity is key. Clearly state what records you're seeking, including dates, subjects, or specific documents if possible. The more precise your request, the easier it will be for the agency to locate the information. Avoid overly broad requests, as these can lead to delays or denials. If you're unsure, many agencies are willing to help clarify your request. A sample public records request letter might look like this. Dear agency name, I am requesting access to specific records under the state's public records law. Please let me know if you need clarification or if there are any fees associated with this request. Thank you for your assistance. Keeping your letter polite and to the point increases your chances of a smooth process. Many states and agencies now offer online portals for submitting public records requests. These platforms streamline the process, allowing you to track your request, communicate with the agency, and receive records electronically. If your state offers an online portal, it's often the fastest and most efficient way to make a request. While many public records are available for free, some agencies may charge fees for searching, copying, or delivering records. These fees are usually set by state law and must be reasonable. Before submitting your request, check the agency's fee schedule so you're not caught off guard. If fees are a concern, you can often ask for a fee waiver, especially if your request serves the public interest. Agencies are required to respond to public records requests within a certain time frame, which varies by state. Some states require a response within a few days, while others may take weeks. The response may include the records, a denial, or a request for clarification. Knowing your state's deadlines can help you follow up if you don't receive a timely response. When you submit a request, the agency may respond in several ways. They might provide the records, deny your request with an explanation, or ask for more details. Sometimes they'll release part of the records and withhold the rest due to exemptions. Understanding these possible responses can help you prepare for next steps, whether that's clarifying your request or appealing a denial. If your request is denied, don't lose hope. Most states have an appeals process that allows you to challenge the agency's decision. This might involve submitting a written appeal to a higher authority within the agency or to an independent oversight body. Be sure to review your state's procedures and deadlines for appeals and provide any additional information that supports your case. Requests can be denied for several reasons. The most common include requesting exempt records, submitting an overly broad request, or failing to identify the correct agency. Sometimes, agencies may also deny requests due to privacy or security concerns. Understanding these reasons can help you avoid common pitfalls and improve your chances of a successful request. If an agency asks for clarification, don't be discouraged. This is a common part of the process and simply means the agency needs more information to locate the records you want. Respond promptly and provide as much detail as possible. Clear communication can speed up the process and increase your chances of getting the information you need. Sometimes, agencies can only provide part of the records you requested. This usually happens when some information is exempt from disclosure. In these cases, the agency should explain which parts are withheld and why. You still have the right to receive the non-exempt portions, so don't hesitate to ask for a partial release if full access isn't possible. Once your request is approved, you'll receive the records in the format specified by the agency. This could be paper copies, digital files, or even access to an online database. Be sure to review the records carefully to ensure you received everything you requested. If anything is missing, follow up with the agency for clarification. After receiving the records, you can use them for research, reporting, legal matters, or personal knowledge. Remember to respect any privacy or copyright restrictions that may apply. Public records are a valuable resource for understanding government actions and making informed decisions. Agencies are required to keep records for specific periods known as retention schedules. These policies determine how long records are available before they're destroyed or archived. If a record has been destroyed according to policy, it may no longer be accessible. Understanding retention schedules can help you time your requests effectively. Some information within public records is considered confidential and will be redacted before release. This might include personal identifiers, sensitive financial data, or information related to minors. Agencies are required to explain any redactions and cite the legal basis for withholding information. Sometimes, the records you seek may involve third parties. In these cases, agencies may need to notify those parties before releasing information, especially if it could impact their privacy or business interests. This can add time to the process, so be prepared for possible delays when third-party interests are involved. With the rise of digital government, many records are now stored electronically. You can often request records in digital formats, such as PDFs or spreadsheets. Specify your preferred format in your request, and agencies will try to accommodate if possible. Electronic records are usually delivered faster and are easier to search and use. If you prefer, you can request paper copies of public records. Keep in mind that this may involve additional copying and mailing fees, and delivery may take longer than digital formats. Be sure to specify your preference in your request and check with the agency about any associated costs. Some public records exist as audio or video files, such as recordings of public meetings or police body camera footage. When requesting these types of records, specify the date, event, or subject to help the agency locate the files. Delivery may be digital or on physical media, depending on the agency's capabilities. Meeting minutes are a common type of public record, documenting the discussions and decisions of government bodies. These records are often requested by citizens who want to stay informed about local government actions. Specify the date and name of the meeting in your request for faster processing. Police reports are frequently requested public records, often used for legal, insurance, or personal reasons. When requesting a police report, include the date, location, and case number if possible. Some information may be redacted to protect privacy or ongoing investigations. Government contracts are public records that detail agreements between agencies and private companies. These records are often requested to ensure transparency in government spending. When making a request, specify the contract subject, date, or contractor name for best results. Budget documents show how government funds are allocated and spent. These records are valuable for understanding government priorities and financial decisions. When requesting budget documents, specify the fiscal year, department, or project for a more targeted response. Emails sent or received by government officials can be public records, depending on the subject and content. When requesting emails, include the sender, recipient, date range, and keywords to help the agency locate the relevant messages. Be aware that some emails may be exempt or redacted for privacy. Inspection reports, such as health or safety inspections, are often public records. These documents can reveal important information about compliance and safety standards. Specify the facility, date, and type of inspection in your request for the best results. Permits and licenses issued by government agencies are typically public records. These documents can include building permits, business licenses, or professional certifications. When making a request, provide the name, address, or license number to help the agency locate the records. Court records, such as case files and judgments, are often public, though some may be sealed or restricted. When requesting court records, include the case number, parties involved, and court location. Be aware that some sensitive information may be redacted or withheld. Property records, such as deeds and tax assessments, are public documents maintained by local governments. These records are useful for real estate transactions, research, or legal matters. Include the property address or parcel number in your request for faster processing. Birth and death records are vital records maintained by state agencies. While some information is public, access may be restricted to protect privacy. When requesting these records, provide the full name, date, and place of birth or death. Be prepared to show proof of eligibility if required. Environmental records, such as pollution reports or land use permits, are public documents that help citizens monitor environmental quality. Specify the location, date, and type of record in your request. These records are valuable for advocacy, research, and community awareness. School records, such as board meeting minutes or budgets, are often public. However, student records are protected by privacy laws. When requesting school records, specify the type of document and the relevant dates or events. Be aware of privacy restrictions for individual student information. Legislative records, such as bills, votes, and committee reports, are public documents that track the work of lawmakers. These records are essential for understanding the legislative process and holding elected officials accountable. Specify the bill number, session, or committee in your request. Business records, such as corporate filings or licenses, are often maintained by state agencies and are public. These records can be useful for research, due diligence, or verifying business status. Provide the business name, registration number, or address in your request. Some tax records, such as property tax assessments, are public, while others are confidential. When requesting tax records, specify the type of record, tax year, and property or taxpayer information. Be aware of privacy laws that may limit access to certain tax documents. Voting records, such as election results or voter registration lists, are public in many states. These records help ensure transparency in the electoral process. When making a request, specify the election, date, or precinct for the information you need. Historical records, such as old government documents or archives, are valuable for research and preserving history. Many states maintain archives that are open to the public. When requesting historical records, provide as much detail as possible, such as dates, names, or events. To wrap up, public records requests are a powerful tool for accessing government information and promoting transparency. Remember to be specific, polite, and persistent in your requests. Check your state's laws, understand possible exemptions, and don't hesitate to appeal if necessary. By knowing your rights and following the proper steps, you can unlock a wealth of information and play an active role in your community.